Good morning, everyone. I'm having a really good morning. I just tried my best to do my Tai Chi, and I was only able to do 9 minutes. When I tell you the pain, the pain, but I did. I was shocked too. You want to know why? I thought I did like 6 minutes, and I said, oh, if I could just do 10 minutes, that's it. So, but then I remember I really can't push myself. So I said I wasn't going to do it anymore. And when I went to stop because the pain was just so bad, I said 9 minutes and 21 seconds. So I actually did it. But, ooh, ugh. Mm, 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 mm. So sorry. I know this is going to look weird, but don't mind me. I have to put some lip thing on my teeth. Oh, goodness gracious. Because my mouth hurts so bad. So, I did my Walmart order yesterday. So this morning, now the order was delivered at 8:23 a.m. So just in case you're one of those people that are like on time, whatever, I'm not. My phone rang and the driver said, "You said you wanted me to call you to let you know when I'm on my way." So I said, "Yes." He said, "I'll be there in 6 minutes." I said, "Okay." I'll be downstairs at the main door. So he said, "Okay." So I scrambled in here and got my tip and my greeting card. I meant to put a bracelet in there, but I did such an organization thing last night. I couldn't put a bracelet in there. I didn't have an extra one, if you understand what I mean. So I did it, and when I went downstairs, when I was going downstairs in the elevator, he called about 3 different times, and I'm like, okay, is he gonna take my food back? Because I did say I would be downstairs in 6 minutes, basically. So when we both reached the door, he was coming, I was coming. We got to the door at the same time. I thought that was so nice for one because I try to respect the driver's time. They don't want to be waiting on me. So, and I'd rather wait on someone than have someone wait on me. But I think I have. Oh man. Anyway, when I opened the door, he started putting my bags inside of my wagon, and I had extra bags that I have, and I keep them in this. I keep them in this chair because I don't want to just be throwing away bags, especially if I believe I'm paying for them. So I said to him, I said, "Could you use these bags?" He was like, "Yes, thank you." So I said, "They're clean. I just took the food out or whatever and gave it to him." So he did that and he was putting it in. Then I handed him the card. When I tell you, I wish I could bottle up his gratitude. Oh my goodness, he made me feel so freaking good. And he reminded me of what kindness cards do to me. So he just kept saying thank you and how grateful he was. But I kid you not, he didn't even have to do that. His face said it all. And I told him, I said, well, I only had a few. He said, thank you. I am just so grateful. And I was so happy. So then he said to me, could you give me 5 stars on the app? And I said, I don't know how because I don't have the app. And then because he's from another country, he was trying to tell me that I do have the app. And I said, the app is on the computer. I don't know how to do it on the phone. And he was trying to tell me. So then I said, okay, come here. So he came and I put the phone up and I said, see, I don't have it. He said, that is the app. So I'm like, that's the app? He said, yeah. So I said, okay, then let's do the 5 stars. So then we went through and 5 stars. And then it said, on time and all the other stuff. So I did that. My mouth is killing me, boys and girls. I will be ending this video soon. Mm, 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 mm. So then he said, he kept saying thank you, but let me tell you something. I suffer from depression, and not, uh, I do not have any qualms about what other people do. I can only speak for what I do because it's the only thing that helps me get through the day sometimes. But yesterday I woke up and today I woke up and both times my mind said I'm not taking a shower. But that's not what my mind said. My mind said it in a different way with a little bit of special language, and some of those words had an F and M and F, and that's what my mind told me this morning. So I just got out the shower, by the way, smelling real good. So those are the things that if I let them, they will rule the rest of my day. So when I was doing the app, I was like, his pass by air was magnificent. You hear me? It was 8 something. Now I said my food was delivered at 8:23, so that means that's when the app said delivered. So when I tell you how beautiful it was to just smell someone who cares about themselves, a person could be going through anything, anything. You don't need to smell it on their body to know that they're going through something. But I only speak for me. I don't have any qualms about anybody else. I am in a season of caring about myself. I don't care about the rest because all of that is borrowing problems that I don't need. But when I turned in, and I'm looking and I'm like, I can't even tell you what color shirt he had on. I can't really tell you too many details about his face. I just saw kindness, decency, and respect. That's all I saw. And I am in a group with those drivers. And I like to get into groups because you get to hear different sides, like the customer side, the worker side, the store side. You get to see everything. So Tina, you should already have the information. And King, if you want it, just let me know. Anyway, but it's on Facebook. I'm not sure if you do Facebook. But so I made a post this morning, and gee, where's the cuss? Please, not today, not today, not today, not today. Oh, 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 Lord have mercy. I don't know how. Ooh, today, not today, not today, not today. Okay, I need a little paint lotion just real quick. Ooh. I tell you one thing. Sometimes you just have to stop and accept the fact that this is your life. You understand what I'm saying? So I was so pleased to have been in a moment of sharing that man's pass by air. So I came upstairs, and I tell you no lie, I surely didn't want to get in the shower. Today was just not that day for me. You know, it is okay when you're trying to be doing the best you can for yourself. But one thing, what I want to do is remind myself that I just want to love myself. Loving myself means I have to take care of my home to the best of my ability because my home is taking care of me. The shelter alone is taking care of me. And then I want to try to keep myself in a little bit of decent headspace when I know that I can't help myself for some of the things that come across my mind. Because I kid you not, it's a lot of stuff come across my mind. But I'm going to tell you what happened to me a couple days ago. And in no way, shape, or form am I complaining. I'm just saying what happened. And I was in the elevator, and there's a person that I have noticed enjoys conversation with me. So I do know that there is an issue. I'm not a fool, and I'm not going to play the sandbox. I'm not going to be mean or unkind in any way, shape, or form. So the person was talking to me, and he was very jolly, and I was going back and forth. We were having a nice, decent, but I had to hold my nose because the air was shut in because we were in the elevator. But I kid you not, all I kept saying to myself was, please let the door open up. Just let the air in the elevator. So when we got to the person's floor, I said, your floor. And he was still talking, so I listened. Why? Because I was giving decency and respect. That's it. But my nose was having a hard time. My chest started having a hard time because I was holding my breath to the best of my ability. But you can't hold your breath and talk at the same time. So that was a perfect moment for me to listen. But when the door closed after the person walked off the elevator, it seems as if the stench on the person's body was locked right here. And I kid you not, when I walked into my apartment, it's as if the scent came in with me. And I stopped, and I had to release to try to get some air. I don't know what's going on with these lights, to get some air. But my mind didn't take me to saying something negative about the person. My mind didn't take me to anything dark. My mind just took me to the bathroom to wash my face and my hands, and that's it. Because if it smelled like the pass-by air had attached right here, it was as if it was crazy glue right here under my nose. So I said to myself, I went in the bathroom, I looked in the mirror, and I just had to stop and I had to ask myself, what could I do what would I want someone to do if it was me? So then I said to myself, in kindness, I am a person who would put together a care gift and welcome someone to the neighborhood. But then I thought about it. I said, I remember a time when I was in school. There was a young girl, and um, we were not in high school. We were younger than high school. You don't know who's watching the channel, and maybe someone who don't remember that it was you. But we were having a Christmas event, and we had to mystery gift. So someone got a person that they didn't want. So I got the person. I switched with the person. I don't know why, because it wasn't a friend of mine, nothing like that. The person was known for body odor. So I have a certain type of mindset. So I switched with the person, but I switched with the person in kindness. It was nothing else. It was just that the person would have been able to receive the gift that I was able to give. And I was able to give a care package with a lot of beauty supplies. So I did it. I made a basket. I made it was nice. So it came from me in kindness. I never had in my mind what other people had in their mind, but I gave the gift, and I kid you not, I would not have mind to give. But my teacher saw what the person opened up, and my teacher flipped his lid. Why? Because his mind went to her problem. That's all it went to. So he wanted to know who gave her that gift. How the hell was I supposed to say me, knowing that I didn't give her the gift because of what he took the gift as? So, of course, nobody knew who gave her that gift. But I sure as hell wish I would have said it was me, because I wanted back the whole basket, because I would have used it. So, in this situation, I won't be saying anything. And the reason why I said that is because in my current state of affairs, I have what that person could use, a nice little but I said no, I'm not going to do that, because I may hurt someone's feelings doing something in kindness. But what I will say is that Christmas time, I do plan on sharing kindness with my neighbors, and I will be bestowing a basket of care, and that's it. And it will be to more than one person, so that no one would feel like I was targeting someone. But the person has been so kind and so you know and I kid you not, I cannot get away with what I'm going to say, but I hope and pray someone understands the dynamics of where it is coming from, because it's coming from love. When I first saw the person, I wasn't accustomed to seeing a person in my airspace that looked like that. So, and when I say that, I'm going to give it to you plain and simple, because I come from a neighborhood that looks predominantly a certain way. So if you have any intentions on saying something that's unkind, I may have to come for you. I may have to. You know why? Because I mean nothing but kindness. But when I say the beard was long and rough, and then the hair was all, and whatever, and then the clothes, and it's like, if I don't know how to describe where this person would be if I saw them on a Lifetime movie, if I saw them on a Hallmark movie, but they would be somewhere where there's a lot of trees, like a tractor trailer, uh, something like that. So when I saw the person, the first thing he did was say hello. So I was like, but I'm looking because I have not been accustomed to seeing that type of look in the same space that I was in. So I have nothing but kind things to say, because the person's heart is nothing but kind. And I'm so thankful, because when he looks at me, he sees a person, and that's it. So we are neighbors. I am maybe one or two floors from the person. He did tell me what door he lives at, and I told him what door I live at too, and he's more than welcome to knock on my door. And if he knocked on my door and I was recording, I would ask him if he would sit at this table and let me put him on my video. Yes, I would do that with anyone that came in here and I was recording. But sometimes in my other apartment, a person would walk in, they would see me record, and then they would put their hand up and they would walk through, because they didn't want to be on the camera. But it is nice to let people know. But I have to show you. I'm not sure because I'm not used to buying mayonnaise, but since I've been reintroducing foods back into my system to see what's working, what's not, I have bought mayonnaise. Now, I kid you not, I don't know if this looks tiny to me or not, but this looks real small. I'm like, woo, is Walmart doing what I think they're doing? But I kid you not. Um, I ordered. Let me show you. Oh, whew, mm, whew. Let me show you something, boys and girls. Uh-uh. But just give me 1 minute to wash my hands real quick. Now, I ordered this C thing because it says snack, and I really would like a snack. So and I'm trying to stay away from the junk. Now I'm not gonna lie, I will allow myself a junk. I'm not gonna be a savage to myself and cause myself mental harm. So if I see a cookie and I want it, I'm gonna get it. But I am damn sure gonna be very sparingly with a pack of cookies, which means if I get a pack of cookies, I want to see that something in that cookie a month later, so I can eat with some regard to my health instead of being a glutton and eating it because it's available. So I don't want to do that. But anyway, I saw this for $1 and I grabbed it. This is the imitation crab. I love this imitation crab, boys and girls. So I have yet to have a meal, and I don't need a meal at this point. So I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna have a bite. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, oh, oh. Mm-mm. I like this for $1. Absolutely. Absolutely like this for $1. Now, a lot of people don't like this because they say it's fake. I read the ingredients. Now, I didn't read the ingredients on this specific package, but I read the ingredients. This is real fish. It's actually made with real fish. Now, I'm not telling you to buy it. By all means, buy what you want to buy. It is your home, honey. Take care of you. But if I had a kid in school, this is what I would buy them before I would buy them a pack of Oreos. Definitely, definitely. I kid you not. I absolutely want an Oreo. I haven't had an Oreo in so long, but I said, I can't. I cannot imagine a pack of Oreos costing a little bit more than a pack of chicken. I'm not doing it. Now, if I go to Aldi, I will buy me a pack of Oreos. Amen. Yes, I will. But in Walmart, no. I'm not doing it. I don't care how, where, what, why. I don't care about none of those bells and whistles. I legit sit down sometimes and I just scroll through and look through the prices, and I've seen Oreos packed cost more than a pack of chicken legs. But I kid you not, I love Walmart's prices on chicken legs right now because they're $5.22. But I don't know what that means to someone else. But I know where I used to live, you can't get that pack of chicken for that price. So now I am a wing lover, but you will not find wings in here as long as they're $12 a pack. Nope, not me. I'm not doing it. I may love wings, but I don't love them that much. I am a lover of one thing and one thing only, and that's being a buyer before a seller. You want to know why? Because the buyer determines the price being worthy or not. And I'm in a lot of groups, and a lot of people choose what they want to buy, and I'm grateful for that. But I notice a lot of people what they will not pay $5 for and what they will pay $5 for. And that's why none of that matters when it comes to me and anything I try to do. The only thing I know is I stay within one mindset now that saves me. If I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. If I'm gonna put it up there, I'm gonna put it up there. When the buyer, my buyer comes, then they will have access to it, and that's it. But this morning I was scrolling on YouTube, and I found a man who makes greeting cards, and he said he did not start out um, trying to make a business out of greeting cards, but he said something about his corporate job and six figures and this, and this. And when I saw him in his room with all his stuff and his printer and all, I'm looking at him like, wow. But I went to his site and he's on vacation, so I'm like, what are you doing on vacation? So I don't know, whatever it is, but he's loving what he's doing, and the way he was speaking, I don't know his name or anything like that because I didn't. I wasn't on social. I had to turn my phone off today. It's Saturday. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't want any phone calls unless, of course, Coral's gonna call me, and then I will, but she would message me or something, and I would turn my phone on. I just don't want to be available for the chaos. That's it. I just don't want to be available for the chaos. I did not move here to stay attached to. No. But I can say I wish I got more than one of these because this right here is really a nice snap. But my mouth is hurting me, boys and girls. I don't. I think my dentist appointment is on the 21st, but I don't know. Um, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I just want to eat the whole package, and if that's all I eat for the day, then that is all I eat. Cause this right here is painful. Mm 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 mm. And I don't know what made me think of putting this on my tooth. Huh? It's helping though. It's helping. Ooh. Mm. But I'm sure that that's made with something that should not be going in my internal system. But there's a lot of stuff that go in people's internal system that if I have to use this for a little relief, I'm gonna use it. But I may start gargling with some water, some warm water and some salt, just to see if it will give me a little bit of relief. But now I understand why I'm crying in my sleep because this sucker hurt. Um, I woke up in the middle of the night and the pain was so bad. I felt like, and I believe that's what's contributing to my fibromyalgia because stress is fibromyalgia. But this here is horrible. But anyway, thank you so much for sharing 22 minutes with me out of your day. And thank you so much for anyone who understands the dynamics of kindness because we need more kindness in this world. I listed about three cards that I made within the last few days, and I listed them for $6 because there are people that will not pay $6 for a greeting card. But each person that comes to me and is willing to pay me $6 for a greeting card is going to get $3 in that card back, and they're not even going to realize it. Why? Because sometimes you have to do things to make you feel better. Now, if they're coming local, I don't have to ship it. I don't have to put a stamp. I don't have to do all of that. So kindness is a little bit different. But the man that came to my house this morning to pick up to drop my groceries, he said, if I ever see you, I'm gonna always take your order. And I said to him, I hope so. I said, because anyone who will deliver to me when it says no tip, you are my person. That's it. Because like I said, I'm in that group, and there are people that are not picking up an order with no tip. But I kid you not, there's gonna be a driver. I have not ordered any water. I will not order a case of water for any driver to come here. I'm always at my door. If I open up that door and I have them bring it up to my door, now one person brought it to my door. That's because he walked up 5 flights. But I am always at that front door downstairs. But kindness is something that it's a give and take. And if you have the mentality that if a person doesn't give you a tip, you're not delivering and F them and this, that, and the other. I am definitely thankful that you are that person because, honey, there's going to be a day that the Lord blesses me and I'm going to turn around and have to bless somebody. And it's going to be the person that walks up in here with my groceries. And I kid you not, I sat down. This is my first month using Walmart Plus, and I absolutely realized that I don't have the bells and whistles that a lot of people have. And then I went into the etiquette and all that other stuff, and they say you don't have to tip the driver. And I do understand why you don't have to tip the driver because the mileage and everything is in there. Where your GPS takes you is not the same direction Walmart may take you, but they are accounting for your gas. Now, the driver that came here this morning, I did the bells and whistles on the gas. It cost that person $3.20 to get here. I gave them more than $3.20, but it doesn't matter what I gave them. I gave them kindness and gratitude, and that's it. I'm so thankful I'm not too far from the store. Thankful for that because if I ever choose to just get up and go on my own, I can get up and go on my own. But I refuse to drive to Walmart when I can put together a small sum, give it to someone with kindness who may have a child at home that's buying diapers and all of that, especially knowing that there's a very high chance that I'm going to fall out in that store. My biggest fear is holding on to a shopping cart and passing out and that shopping cart hits someone in the ankle. I don't ever want that to happen. I kid you not, that would be something that I wouldn't be able to heal from. Why? Because someone did it to me. I was in a supermarket and a parent let a child hold on to the shopping cart and the child was playing and the child just in the shopping and the cart hit my ankle. And when I tell you the pain that shit caused me in my ankle, knowing that I have fibromyalgia, and then all she could do, come here, Tommy, and if I kid you not, if I was not a changed person, y'all would have seen me on the news because I wanted to grab her by all her hands. I only have one thing I know is I have fallen out every damn where. But if I ever hold on to a shopping cart and that cart just my body just give out and it just run into someone's ankle, there is no sorry. There's no sorry you can tell somebody for that kind of pain. I don't care what nobody says, and I don't want to be the person behind that. And there's times that I have gone to the store and someone would say, hold on to the cart. And I'm like, I'm not holding on to the cart. And I don't know how hard is it for a person to understand that when you have no control of going down, then you have no control of what's in your hand. And that's it. That's one of the reasons why when my baby was little, she had her own little shopping cart. I can't see how a parent could give a child a shopping cart to push. Now, I know you're trying to keep them close and all the other stuff, but honey, the day that shopping cart hits somebody with a mentality that will react before they would take 5 minutes to pause, stop, look, and listen, I feel sorry for the ass whooping that person's going to get because that pain speaks when your mind shuts down. I kid you not. And I kid you not, the amount of pain that I suffer with fibromyalgia. That's why I struggle in here trying to find different foods because I know it starts with what I'm putting inside of me. And I may say sometime, okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this pain because I may want this. Like yesterday, I wanted ice cream. You have no idea how bad I want ice cream. There is no ice cream in my freezer. There's no ice cream in my freezer. I'm not buying no ice cream, but I can show you what I did buy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me show you. Is it in my refrigerator? Yeah. Okay. Now, I don't know. Sorry. I don't know all the bells and whistles about what's in my hand. I just know I can eat it. That's it. So, this is what I had. Let me see. Because I don't know which one I had already. I know I had one. and I'm gonna try the other. So this is what I can eat. So this is what I'm gonna buy. I believe this was maybe $3, maybe 3.50. I don't know, but I will have it in my cart. Why? Because I can eat it, and I deserve to treat myself with some form of kindness. So this is a Aussie bowl. I know it has some good stuff in there, but I still don't know what it all is because I don't really know what Aussie is. So I did see protein, and I'm so thankful for this on my mouth. I put a lot on there, and it says 230 calories. So I'm not sure if 230 calories is a good amount of calories or a bad amount of calories, but if I'm not eating Doritos, I'm not eating Lay's, I'm not eating, all that other stuff, then I can afford 230 calories. But I can say I did lose a little bit too much weight. I didn't want to disappear now, boys and girls, and I surely don't want my face to look a certain type of way. So I'm leaning towards, making a few sandwiches. Yeah, making little sandwiches. I made a sandwich. Somebody said, "You don't eat bread." I eat bread now. I eat bread now. I need a potato here and there. But it is okay. But this right here is delicious. Now I did put it in the refrigerator so that it could make a little softness. Let me see, because I never did. And I like this little bag of granola that's in there. What I think should come with this, but it's okay that it doesn't. Oh, oh, mm, 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 I know what that is, and I don't like it. I think that's a banana. Mm, 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 I think that is banana. Me and bananas do not have a friendship. But the reason why I'm going to eat whatever that is because it's reminding me of chocolate. That's it. Mm-mm. But I kid you not, that tastes like banana. Mm-mm. 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 But I don't want to keep getting up. I'm trying to relax my. But there we go. There we go right here. I'm not ready to have anything in my stomach at this moment other than the crab. So I'm gonna put that back in the refrigerator, and I'm going to eat my thing. And my mouth is really hurting. Mm, 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 mm. But today, like I said, it's Saturday, and I'm going to rest a lot because I'm not too energetic today. I'm gonna go in my craft room, do a little bit more moving and shaking. I kid you not. Someone said to me I should move my bed in there and make my craft room in the living room in the kitchen area. I can't do that. I absolutely love where my bed is, but I see me with a new bed soon. So like something with some beauty around the headboard, some more pink in here. I don't know because I've never been a pink person, but this purple rug, I am so thankful that I brought it because I love it. But what I want to do right now is take my time and appreciate what I already have and shop within my own home. Shop within my own home. And that's it. But I did do something a few days ago, so I do have a package coming. And I'm going to show you something. I do have to get out. I want to make this move to put my IC in the refrigerator. I have to hold on to just about everything nowadays, boys and girls, but it's okay. Now, you may not. You see this right here? Now I don't know what this holder is. Maybe it was just to ship it, but I got all. I don't know where my head was just a minute ago. Okay, I have these, and I have all of the sizes. All the sizes. Now, I saw this pop up when I was placing an order on a site that I don't know the name of the site, doesn't matter. But if you see this, you want it, you just Google it. I'm not going to be going to all the rest of the stuff. Anyway, I saw it on the screen and I ended up getting it. It was very nicely priced, boys and girls, but I kid you not, my table, see that? I'm moving my table, boys and girls. My table was wobbling, so I'm making it wobble now. But before, see that? Before, if I leaned on it, it made a. So as soon as it came, I sat on the floor, went under the table, and found the right one and tightened my in my thing. But I kid you not, this right here is a very well made item for the price I paid for it. So I tend to get a lot of things in my home that need these. Now I don't have to worry about collecting those or saving those that come in and come in and come in to make my junk drawer look a certain type of way. I have this right here, and it came with this nice little holder. So what I'm gonna do is figure out. I almost think you have to put the little one in first. Let me see. I think so, because that's how it looks like it goes. This right here is one of those things that will make a nice kindness gift. I kid you not. I kid you not. And I don't want anyone to think that they need to buy anything. Don't buy anything. You're doing a no spend year. Don't buy. No spend month. Don't buy. I bought. I love. This is very very helpful to me. So I'm thankful for that. But I'm going to tell you something else that has been very helpful to me. I started looking at videos with money saving, budgeting, and that budget book and that folders and all of that. I understand now why they say sometimes people need a game when it comes to saving because if you don't have full control of impulse shopping, which is very, very real in mental soothing situations because some person's band aid might be a shopping bag. So it is what it is. And I actually went on Facebook yesterday, which I don't like dwindling just time scrolling, but you may think a person is scrolling because they're wasting time. If that is how you think, then you need to change the way you think because not everybody does that. There are people who like to learn. There are people who want to try to help themselves, and you have to scroll sometime to get into these groups and learn. And I found a few people that had an issue with needing something fun to get them to do what they needed to do, which was buckle down, stay out of stores, stop, you know, this, and this. And it has been nice to just read what these people are saying because why? They're human. But when I was reading in some groups, like this one man, I don't know what his story is yet, but hopefully I can go back and find him. He said he was saving for his retirement all his life, and this is the biggest regret that he made. I am almost positive at some point there's going to be a lot of things he did not allow himself to do, and I think I have lived in that realm of life. I know that even here, I still struggle with going outside. So the blessing is that I understand it is who I am. It doesn't mean the demographic of where I am at this moment is hindering me. Now, where I was before, you're absolutely right. Dang on sure it hindered me because anytime I could just sit on my phone and hear gunshots and stuff like that. No, that was a norm for me here. I go to bed here at night. Sometimes I have to look up and say thank you. You understand? But I struggle with going outside. Today, I actually would not mind just walking through the garage, down the block, and maybe halfway around the other, and come back. So what I did do to help me is do what I felt would help me. I listed some of my listings on the marketplace, and I did pick up, and I did meet up. And where I'm going to meet them is the library, the bus station, the police department, somewhere that will get me out to walk. That's what I said I had to do for myself. But the blessing in that is I get to do something else that I'm not accustomed to doing because Facebook hasn't been so, whatever. But I have a little notebook. I'm gonna do my little thing, my little bookkeeping for when it's time for me to do my taxes. So what I will be able to do in that moment of listing locally is I will be able to get out in my community. I will be able to show kindness and let people know who I am in this community, and then I'll be doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So when I say I can't multitask, I can't multitask, but I guess I will be multitasking because I'm getting a lot of views, a lot of views on my online site. I'm getting a lot of views. I'm shocked because I removed everything and I started over. But the issue I had with my online store is fixed. I just don't know how to fix it. But the owner has addressed the fact that there are people who have money sitting that the customer has already paid and the item has already been delivered. I'm one of them, and I told her it's something with the site. So because it already shows delivered, I contacted the person. They have it. I would like my money, but I'm not going to worry about I like my money because it's going to come. So it may come 5 years from now, but it's going to come, and I'm not chasing anything. I'm not chasing anything. But I have, oh my goodness, so many blessings just moving into this location. I kid you not. I saw a post, and it basically said, even if you make a wrong turn driving, that wrong turn was intentional. And I kid you not, it is absolutely true because I was lost about 3 hours away from home, and I was able to see that I wasn't far from communities that did not look like what I was used to seeing. So when I saw that, I felt so good because I am a believer, and everything happens for a reason and a season, honey. That's why I have learned that even if you have caused me mental strain, I am not going to focus on how you make me feel. I'm going to focus on how you make me feel when I part the goddamn sea. When I part the sea, because guess what? I am not addicted to devices. I am not addicted to none of that. And I'm not going to engage in fuckery anymore. I was so thankful recently when I was in talks with someone trying to hook up and get our life combined as one. And then next thing I know, I hear the stove and I hear the refrigerator and I hear all the menu and I hear all of this. And then I'm not hearing all of the what's that thing? When you give and everything, and I'm not the 50-50, I'm the 100-100, which means I'm bringing it all. And then when to hear a man say, I am the table. Well, I like your table, baby. Your table is nice, but I don't have to sit at everybody's table. Hell no, honey. And I have no problem putting block. Bye. You have got to show yourself some love, boys and girls. I would rather have nothing and strive to get something than to look after somebody who done worked hard for all they have, knowing damn well they're going to protect it the best way they can. And when someone tells you they want to be with you, they want to spend time with you, they want to spend all of this, but they don't want a commitment, that is nothing but respect, boys and girls. That is nothing but respect. If you take it any other way, then you're harming yourself. Because the only thing that you're in control of is your choices. Your choices. I'm trying to hold my mouth from hurting. Your choices and your options, honey. And I took both my choices and my options, which may sound the same to some people, but it's not. And I ended immediately. Block, delete, number, whatever. I don't even. It is what it is, honey. Sometimes you have to love yourself enough to say, you know what? I'd rather my bag be empty right now until I can fill that sucker up myself. I I feel so sorry for this world in about 10 years when it comes to men and women, because I don't know what in the world we're going to do when it comes to combining each other. But I don't have a, I think if you're going to get married, get married. Just don't live together. That way, when you realize that that person is not your person, you don't have to worry about who's going to hit the street and who's leaving with nothing, because you should never marry someone and whatever the outcome is, they end up with nothing and nowhere to go and have to find a rental when they used to have a roof and safety. That's not supposed to happen. But when they say it's cheaper to keep her, I would never want someone to be with me because it's cheaper to keep her because they're worried about what they're going to lose. I would rather leave with nothing, let you have everything, because honey, when karma arrives at your door, the only thing I ask God is let me be wide awake to see it. That's it. That's it. I have legit seen karma. Yes, I have, honey. And it's not gonna miss my door. It's not gonna miss your door. I have seen karma. Karma with my best friend in a wheelchair. And she really did something untidy to me, honey. But I'm thankful that it ended up the way it did, because she didn't open up that door that day. But if she had opened up that door, she probably wouldn't be in that wheelchair now, and I probably would still be in prison. But see, when she got a little glimpse of me downstairs at that door in my night dress, and I tell you, this was a night dress. This wasn't like a house dress. This was a night dress. When I realized what she did to me, I walked right over there like one, ow. But guess what? She spotted me. She wasn't coming down them stairs. And I'm thankful she didn't come down them stairs. But when she saw me again, she was in a wheelchair. And I'm not laughing because she was in a wheelchair. I'm laughing because karma served that ass on a platter, and I was able to see it. That's right. You have to remember, honey, we all have to share this world together. I may not be right, and I may not be wrong. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to be me. Bye-bye.